This just in, Donald Trump says he will ban biological males from competing in women's sports. Elon Musk says good. What are your opinions on this move?
I think it's definitely trying to gain the attention and support of people right now. It's definitely a hot topic. As far as like its impacts globally, like, do I think it's like the most important decision ever? No, but I definitely don't think males should be competing as women in the Olympics.
Well, you saw that in the Olympics that there was someone who was apparently an XY individual boxing a woman. And this XY individual won handily. The woman quit after like 3 punches.
Mm-hmm.
Was that disturbing to you at all? How did you feel about
Mm,
that?
for sure. Definitely should not have been allowed.
Yeah. So, um, will you be voting for Trump?
Mm-hmm.
I was a little reluctant on your part. What do you think of this?
I want to talk to the kids. Parents watch the video and then hand the phone over to the young kids. Hi there. I get asked a lot, are you a boy or a girl? And I love that question. And so I wanted to just tell you, sometimes human beings are more than boy or girl. Sometimes we're something else. Sometimes we're both. Sometimes we kind of float in between, and sometimes we're a boy, sometimes we're a girl. Because human beings are creatures and we're wild and exciting. But I want to ask your a favor. If you see a kid like me or an adult like me, would you be extra nice to them? Would you do me a favor and be very, very kind? Yeah, like anybody, we can feel lonely. And so if you're kind to us, it would be really, really important.
Unsettling.
Definitely
Deep,
not someone I want my children to see.
deeply disquieting. Are Republicans weird?
Huh?
Are Republicans weird?
I don't know why you're asking these questions.
It's a real question out there. Everyone who supports Kamala is saying it. Jeffrey Marsh is saying it. How does this pool party look to you?
Like the water is warm.
Is that it? That's all you have to say? That's enough. That's enough. Yeah, that water is warm. I agree. Okay, now this is important. Kyle Rittenhouse says over the past 12 hours, I've had a series of productive conversations with members of the Trump's team, and I am confident he will be the strong ally gun owners need to defend our Second Amendment rights. My comments made last night were ill-informed and unproductive. I'm 100% behind Donald Trump and encourage every gun owner to join me in helping send him back to the White House. This is quite the about turn for Kyle Rittenhouse, who not too long ago said he was going to write in Ron Paul's name instead of voting for Trump. This is really what people wanted to see. You saw a lot of center-left losers, center-right losers, like Lauren Southern, defending Kyle Rittenhouse when he said he wasn't going to support Donald Trump in this election. And they did this under the veneer of, oh man, MAGA's a cult. That's immediately what they said. MAGA's a cult for being frustrated with Kyle Rittenhouse because he said he wasn't going to back Trump. Trump was one of the first people to support Kyle after the media and the judiciary system were coming after him. So it wasn't. They really tried to portray this as, oh, all you MAGA supporters are felt that you were entitled to Kyle's support for whatever reason, unnecessarily, unjustifiably. That they just people just had this expectation of him, even if that wasn't what he ultimately wanted to do himself. But Trump himself defended Kyle. it looked like a knife in the back. And Kyle's a young guy. We'll give him that. And there's another post by Dom Luker, which seemed to indicate credibly that he had fallen under the influence of some other guy who was helping him pay his legal bills, his exorbitant legal bills, which is understandable. Not a good decision, but forgivable. And then you had Cat Turd here, who, was really one of the main people who was going after Kyle in a harsh way. Wasn't even really that harsh, was still quite reasonable, but was one of the people speaking out against him. Cat Turd said, "I was harder on you than anyone, but I can't hold a grudge when a man apologizes. Just remember, when it was political poison to take your side, Trump and MAGA was there for you during your lowest point." This is absolutely true. And this person said, "Oh, this is the most cult stuff ever." No, it's not. This is, you just look ungrateful. He supported you when no one else would. Saying that you're not going to write his name down because you don't feel like he's strong enough on guns is still looks ungrateful any way you slice it. Especially when you consider that the alternative is worse. I mean, it really does seem like there's some sort of shadow campaign to pressure or influence people, major conservative influencers, into not supporting Trump because he's not good enough on XYZ policy, when obviously Kamala is going to be worse. It's always a lesser of two evils when it comes down to elections like this. So, this girl is trying to convince her husband to let her be a stay-at-home mom. Let's make him a steak dinner. Any comments?
This is supposed to be satire, obviously.
Are you sure?
Yes, because she obviously, if she was going to make this serious, she would have thought it out.
Oh. You don't believe someone could actually be this dumb?
No.
Okay.
Also, it's a trend on TikTok for people to make really shitty homemade dinners and say, "I should be a stay-at-home wife." Like, a hungry man's dinner, and, like, fry it in a thing of oil. And be like, me making homemade meals for my man, it's like a joke. Or they'll, like, deep fry a McDonald's hamburger.
Okay.
And it's, like, satire.
So this is just a meme?
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
All right. Fair. Yeah, and of course we have Lauren Southern reacting negatively to what Kyle Rittenhouse said. Of course, Lauren Southern's like a fake conservative. She has pivoted to the center. She's now calling MAGA a cult. Look at this. Let's look at some of the replies. Man, the rhetoric is creepy. Collectivist brain rot on display. Brain rot? Seems like these people are taking a page out of Destiny's Notebook. Man, the more I see, the less I'm inclined to vote for Trump. I don't know what that I can vote for someone who attracts so many people like this guy. Not beating the cult allegations. I need this kind of pressure campaign when I mention I might get bangs. Ha ha ha. Yeah, these people are all fake conservatives. This is embarrassing. Lauren Southern should be embarrassed of herself. She's totally sold out anyways, and she has no credibility. But it's just interesting to see her go through this song and dance and react to this way and act like she actually cares about Kyle as a person, watching her virtue signal like that. It's all just sad. Alright, now here's another interesting video. Is Madonna aging gracefully, in your opinion?
I don't even need to see the video to say absolutely not.
Come on.
No, I'm just saying, as a preface, she is absolutely 90 to 95% plastic at this point.
You don't even want to see the video?
You can play it, I'm just telling you.
Come on. You didn't even humor me by answering the question with comedic timing. You looking at this?
Yeah, trust me, I'm seeing it.
Look at this dance.
I'm seeing a plastic person.
This is terrible.
And probably 80 years old or close to it.
Oh, is she really 80?
That's an exaggeration, but if you were at least 20 in 1980, that's 40 years ago. You're over 60 at least.
Oh, man.
Almost 70. Definitely almost 70 for sure, if not 70.
Ugh. That was rough to watch. That was really rough to watch.
65. Cher is almost 80.
Is this what it looks like?
I guess so.
You're just not going to react to a phone full of ants?
That's crunchy white people for you.
Would you ever get something like that?
No.
I just don't think you're fashionable enough.
Sure.
What, you don't got anything else to say to that?
No.
You're not hip and happening?
Absolutely not.
Why don't you want a phone full of ants? It's so cool. You would have to feed them, though. It's kind of tedious.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all, like, stuck in a maze, too, I guess. Megyn Kelly said it happened again. Biological males are being allowed in women's sport, in boxing at the Olympics, and it is grossly unfair and unsafe. The athletes in question from Algeria and Taiwan are male. They have XY chromosomes, no uterus, male testes, male puberty, male testosterone, muscle and bone growth, and advantage. They were banned from the World Championships last year because they are male. Just because their passports say female or they were raised as female does not make it so. The IOC is responsible for endangering their female opponents, and the rest of us are complicit if we remain silent. And this tweet says, Lin Yuting of Taiwan, whose DNA sex test revealed the presence of XY chromosomes, beats Sitora Turdibekova easily on points. The Uzbek walks off without shaking hands. Brutal. This person said, I'm a benefit of the doubt and always assume a good faith guy. However, we are being asked, A, to not believe what we see with our eyes. B, to not believe the women when they tell us they took the hardest punches they ever felt. C, to not believe multiple tests around XY and testosterone. And D, to trust the historically corrupt Olympic organization. This is a deadly serious situation as minimum. It's also profoundly unfair that we are even considering letting males or significantly physically advantaged individuals demolish their female counterparts. Let's just be completely honest and compassionate about what is happening here and drop all the identity politics. That's not going to happen. There are all these figures on the left coming out and gaslighting us, saying, oh, there haven't actually been tests. We don't actually know that these are XY individuals, even when we do, even when it has been tested and we know this. So the left is willing to justify any sort of any of the negative consequences that come out of someone identifying as female and then competing against real women. You know, I can't say I'm surprised at all, but I am deeply dismayed, and it is deeply disconcerting to see the levels these people will stoop to defend this practice. You know, it's just, they really have no other choice, because an admission that these people are not actually the same as XX females, or that they have some sort of inborn advantage, would just totally collapse their ideology. And they can't do that. They can't admit that, obviously. But it's still so disgusting to see people like Hassan defend this practice. With Hassan dropping the latest DNC talking point, calling anyone who disagrees with him weird. Man, really don't even know. Really falling apart over that one. You guys are brilliant. What'll we ever do? We're collapsing. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please share it if you really liked it, and Red Channels will catch you in the next one.